Hey guys, Matt here with Juice Joyrides, and this is the Lyric Cycle Voodoo Ghost 305, and we're going to take this prototype out for a little test ride today. I've actually already been out here riding for quite a bit, but we're going to start this video right here. But this bike, I've been having an absolute blast on this thing. This is the 72 volt version, and all of these Lyric Cycle Voodoo or Ghost 305 bikes will be shipped with a 72 volt 50 amp hour battery. Now I do have a link below this video in the description box so you can check out all the official specs of what the production models are going to be, as well as your ability to pre-order one of the 305 of these models. And there's a discount code that they're going to give me as well for you guys if you want to place an order for one of these bikes. Now in this video, I'm just going to tell you all about this thing. It is a hub drive motor that is 3,000 watts continuous, but 18,000 watts peak. And this bike can go about 60 to 65 miles an hour, according to what the literature says on the website. I have not taken this thing for a top speed test, and also this bike is actually limited, so we cannot do like a true full acceleration test or top speed test on this bike. However, the performance on this thing is actually ridiculous, even when it's limited in its limited form. So as we're riding along here, you might hear a little bit of rattles here and there. This is a production model, and what you're gonna get in the final version of this bike shipping in the spring of 2023 will be enhanced and improved upon. You know, this is a little bit of a rough model that's been passed around for a lot of demos and transported around the country. So this is, you know, I don't know, a bicycle, a motorcycle, kind of whatever you want it to be. And it's got pedals on it. The pedals don't really do much. The thing weighs, I forget how much, but you know, it feels like a motorcycle. This is like, you know, if I were going to compare this thing to anything else I've tried, I'd have to say it's like an Onyx RCR, but probably better. Now the standard Voodoo costs $6,000, I believe, and the 305 Ghost version is about 500 bucks more. Okay, we'll give it a little bit of juice here after these pedestrians go. We'll be a pedestrian here in a moment. So we'll give it a little bit of juice here off the line, and remember, you cannot compare this like acceleration wise and top speed wise, but wide open throttle. Oh my God, dude, this thing moves. And I'm pretty sure that was a police officer right back there. Oh geez, put the brakes to the test too here, maybe if this lady cuts me off. So the brakes on this bike are excellent. Honestly, these are like legit, true, like motorcycle brakes as far as I can tell. You know, compared to like the Sur-Ron brakes that I'm used to, these brakes are just excellent. They have a really good feel, and they have excellent stopping power. We'll give them a little bit of a squeeze here, and yeah, excellent brakes on this thing. So it does also have regenerative braking. A progressive regen lever is right here. On this prototype model that I'm using, it's actually not, sorry, that bus is a little bit loud. On this prototype model, this regen braking is actually not doing anything, but I guess the production model will have a regen brake, and that's excellent. Why do you even need these friction-based pads? Let's get this thing up to speed. Out the way, Kia. So once I unlimit this thing, I can't imagine how much faster it's going to be with that 72 volt 50 amp hour battery. I mean, 50 amp hours, that is going to be a ton of range on this thing. So it's limiting me right now. I'm not sure how fast that was. We'll have to get out my GPS thing in a moment. I'd say it's probably about 45, but this bike will be able to go 60 or 65 is what they're saying once it's fully unlimited. This hub motor though is just completely silent, and I really actually like riding in complete silence. You know, compared to the Sur-Ron, that thing makes so much noise. And the suspension, so this has rear suspension and front suspension on the front fork. The Ghost 305 has an upgraded suspension on the front fork over the other model that I rode earlier. And it's a pretty cushy ride, really. The seat on this bike, the thing that I like about this seat is, besides the way it looks, it's wide. So like my Sur-Ron seat, one of my complaints about that, what is going on here? One of my complaints about the Sur-Ron seat, it's just not wide enough. And you know, this wider seat, it does make a significant difference. Man, I could see you getting into some trouble with this thing though, like, wow. So later today, I will also be reviewing the Lyric Cycles Graffiti. So if you have not seen that review from me, you can check in the description box to learn more about that bike. That's a 52 volt system and it has dual batteries. So this thing can go on the bike path, but it can go on the street. Absolutely no problem. I think I'm just gonna ride this thing on the street, really. Wow, dude. This thing is a lot of fun. I'm gonna get out my app here and see where you at, speedometer. Okay. All right, yeah, here it is. 5, 10. All right, open it up a bit. Holy smokes, dude, I don't feel comfortable. Yeah, so in the limited form, it gets up to 43, like darn near instantly. This thing accelerates very quickly. And I don't feel comfortable riding this thing with just one hand on the handlebars. It's too fast for that. Dude, that mid-range acceleration is amazing. But we're not supposed to be talking too much about the acceleration and speed because it's limited. Man, riding this thing just makes me want to ride like so aggressive. Like it just feels like it wants to go. And the handling too is wonderful. All right, so this is really just like a first look at the Lyric Cycles Voodoo Ghost 305. There's 2 versions available. They're both going to be coming with a 72 volt battery, 50 amp hour. I think these bikes are going to be incredible when they're done and in their final production form this spring 2023. Check the link below the video in the description box. You can reserve one of the 305 of the limited edition ones, as well as just check out the price or whatever current promotions are going. I do have a discount link below this video in the description box to help save you some money if you're intending on getting one of these, and it would also help support Juice Joyrides. Ready, wide open. Oh my God, dude. So I could see why they would limit this thing. I could see it getting like out of hand. Like, you don't want to be looping this bike. This thing, it's got some mass to it. This is a motorcycle. And if they're just passing these things out for people to review, like me. So if you did enjoy the video, give me a thumbs up. Questions or comments, drop them down below, and I'll catch you in my next video.